Thank you so much for watching Riff TV. Now, this interview is obviously with video, but I don't interview everybody on Zoom. That's why I put it on my Talkin' Rock with Meltdown podcast. We talk to rock artists from all over the genre. So check out Talkin' Rock with Meltdown wherever you get your podcasts. And now to today's video interview.
There she is. Janet, how are you?
Doing great, Meltdown. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was thinking about this on the way in today that the last time I saw you was January of 2020. So what's been going on since then?
January 2020. Well, a lot. Of course, we've been really busy working on this new album. And we really put a lot more effort into the actual recording quality. Justin went nuts. He was doing all kinds of research and watching different videos on how to make this thing sound as good as possible.
It
So
sounds
hopefully
fantastic.
we accomplished that.
Yeah, it sounds really good. I was kind of getting at the fact that I saw you guys just before the whole world shut down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm tired of talking about that, so I didn't even bring it up. But yeah, we were stuck in the house and started losing our minds. The biggest highlight of our day, of course, was going into the basement recording new music. So that's how we took advantage of the pandemic, because God knows we couldn't play for anyone. Our highlight of the day was walking the dog and making music. That was it.
No, that's great. No, I was just talking about this with somebody else. It's like, bands nowadays, most of them I talk to are putting out, they're putting out their pandemic albums.
Right. Well, we already did that. Synergy was the one that we really recorded during that time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's already out and, done. And now we have No Strings, which it was still kind of pandemic-y, but it's, it's been in the last 2 years that we're working on No Strings. So, yeah.
So that's out, but like you said, it sounds fantastic. It really does.
Thank you so much. Yeah. We worked hard, especially Justin, in that way of he was tirelessly, I am not nearly as technical as he is. I'm more of the, feel person, tempos, arrangements, parts, chord changes, that kind of stuff. Technically, I'm pretty lame. So I leave a lot of that to him, and he really, really did a great job. I'm so happy with the way it sounds. We compare it to our last albums, and even though, we're proud of those and the songs are good and stuff like that, this one sounds just that much better. So, yay.
So the record as we record this is out today. So tell everybody about No Strings. Like, give us some background stories. Tell us about some of the songs.
Oh my gosh. Well, we always like to do a lot of music that is relatable to people's everyday lives. And that's what we try to do here, empower people to make the changes they need to not be afraid, to, move forward instead of being stuck in a rut, things like that. And, there's your typical relationship songs and things like that. But again, just trying to get songs that people can relate to and songs from our lives, because, we have kids, we have jobs, we have everything everybody else has to deal with. So hopefully we've done that and people can listen to it and maybe be inspired, empowered.
Yeah, hence the title, No Strings.
Right, exactly. Just, live your life. I mean, commitments are really important, but it's also important to stay mobile, to be able to do what you need to do and what you're feeling in your heart. So, yeah, that's what it's kind of about.
And you feel like you accomplished that with this album?
I do. It's never perfect. It's never, exactly what you want. There's always, you always look back and go, oh, I wish I would have done this a little differently, or I wish I would have changed that lyric line, or so. No, it's not perfect, but we're really proud of it for sure.
Yeah, you probably get to a point when you're recording this stuff where it just has to be finished, right?
Oh, exactly. I mean, you could change it and redo it. I mean, one song we had literally 45 mixes of it.
Wow.
45 mixes. It can get insane. And at some point, it's like having a baby. You gotta let the baby come out into the world. So here it is.
Yeah, there it is. So you're talking about all these mixes and stuff. I was talking to Corey Taylor a few weeks ago, and he was talking about how he's kind of like a 1 or 2 take guy. Actually, his producer, Jay Rustin, told me that, and he kind of elaborated on it a little bit. Is that how you are? And what is it like working with Justin? Does he tell you, I go a little bit further over here, or how's that work?
Well, no, when I'm doing my vocals, I'm all by myself, which I really love. For many years, there were always people in the control room and things that would kind of inhibit you. And now I'm down there by myself, and I do it pretty much old school like I used to. I warm up a little bit. I do about 4 takes, and then I make a comp. I take the best parts from each take and put it together. And I usually try to do like one whole verse. So it doesn't have phrases that don't make sense together and stuff like that. Like I'll pick my favorite verse, my favorite first chorus, my favorite second verse, like that. And then I try to be done with it. Occasionally there's one line I can't find. I'm like 4 takes and every line of this particular phrase sucks. So I'll go back and I'll redo a line or two. And that's it. Yeah. I mean, I try to keep, especially for vocal performances, if you keep doing it over and over and over and over, it gets stale.
Right.
Usually if I don't nail it on the 3rd or 4th time through, I probably should just put it away and come back another day, because that's kind of the sweet spot. Usually take 3 and 4. I'm warmed up. I kind of know what I'm doing in the song, what I'm going for. I have a couple of ideas here and there. Oh, that line worked. This one didn't. Stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of my method. And then of course, Justin's awesome. So he'll come in and at the end I'll be like, what do you think? Is it okay? And he's great with that. He usually will just say, yeah, I love everything except this line or that line. And then I'll redo those, and then hopefully both of us are happy.
Yeah. Are you your worst critic?
I don't know. I probably, yeah, because Justin usually, if I'll say, is that line okay, or is it a little weird on this note or that note? And he'll go, no, it's the vibe, and the vibe is right. So go with it. So yeah, I probably am. There's probably moments where I redo, tape over stuff that's probably good, probably better than what I end up with. Yeah, I mean, it can be a dangerous thing to go, I'm going to record over that, or I'm going to delete that. And then you go, God, I think that was better than what I'm doing now.
Yeah. I've been there just in the measly stuff I do as far as, voice stuff and different things like that,
Oh, I'm sure it's hard. It's difficult because when you're going to put it out for everyone to hear, you want it to be your best. And so, yeah, being super critical is all part of it.
Yeah. And sometimes perfection tends to be a little bit stale. You want it to be a little bit real, right?
Oh, absolutely. Especially, in rock music. Overly tuned, overly quantized, where it feels like a machine, and the vocalist sounds like a machine. I mean, that's not what we do, and that's not what we ever will do. So yeah, if it's too perfect, then you lose the vibe, you lose the human element that is so important to move people.
Right. Yeah, no question. What are some of the highlights on this record for you yourself?
Song wise or story wise?
Well, go both since you brought it up.
It's hard to pick because every song, while you're doing it, you're putting your soul into it. And, when it's done, you try to detach a little bit and try to figure out objectively what are the best elements in the album. And I can't do it. I've tried. Songs mean a lot to us when they're very personal. Like there's a song called She Floats Away on this album, and it's about our daughter. So that one is very near and dear to our hearts because, and I hope that anyone with kids can relate to it because it's so difficult. You want to protect them and you want them to have perfect lives and you want to give that to them, but you can't. You have to let go, let them fly, let them make mistakes, let them fall, pick themselves up. It's all about that kind of stuff. So, that one's very personal. And some of the other ones, the single that's out today, I'm Living Free, is really important to me for some things that I've been through. And, when you're in a situation, whether it be a job or a relationship, and you're not happy and you should move on, you should do something else, and you stay a little bit too long, and this song is kind of about that. It's like, you need to free yourself from toxic situations, no matter what it is. And I've never in my life made a big change and then look back and go, I shouldn't have done that. I made the wrong choice. I always look back and go, I made the right choice, but I wish I would have done it sooner. I wasted time, and that's what the song I'm Living Free is about. And so it's one of my favorites.
And that's about a past project?
No, it's about lots of past things in life. Like I said, relationships that, were toxic, that, you're in, you need to move on. Jobs. I just recently quit a job where the owner or my boss was horrific. And I stayed there for a year and a half. What was I thinking? But I finally got out of that. So it's lots of things, bands, relationships, whatever.
What are you doing for work nowadays? You mentioned jobs earlier. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I'm still a dental hygienist.
I wasn't sure if you were still doing that or not. Yeah.
Yeah, I do it like 3 days a week. And then the other 4 days a week, I get to do stuff I love. Not that I don't love it. Well, I like it. But yeah, it works good in my life. It gives me enough free time to make the music, work with Justin, hang out with our kids, do all that stuff.
Yeah. Do people come into the doctor's office or the dentist's office and recognize you or know where know your past or anything?
Occasionally, not very often. And it usually doesn't come up. I mean, the patient comes in, if it's a new person or something, you introduce yourself and you ask about them, of course. What are you doing this summer? What do you do for a living? Blah, blah, blah. They assume since I'm the one sitting there cleaning their teeth, that's what I am. That's who I am, and that's all I am. And that's fine. But occasionally, yeah, I'll get somebody come in and go, Janet Gardner, are you that Janet Gardner? Yep. Very same.
You should just start pulling up your videos on YouTube as people are in there getting their teeth cleaned.
Yeah, have it playing up on the screen. Here's your teeth, and for your entertainment, here's me in a video.
That'd be funny to have a candid camera, hidden camera type thing. You could post on your socials.
That'd be great. If I could get my boss to go for it, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, there you go. You're talking about your kids. It's funny because, I get my kids are 20 and my daughter's gonna be 22 this year. And my line of thinking was always that I had 18 years to mold and shape them. And after that, they were on their own. And hopefully they took what I taught them and they did the right thing.
Absolutely. That's the best you can do. I try not to, Justin accuses me of being kind of a smothery mom. And I'm really trying not to do that and, let them fly and make mistakes and learn.
Right.
So, it's hard for me, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm letting them make their own decisions and act like adults.
Yeah. So did you guys do the Monster Rock Cruise this year?
We did. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think? Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I mean, Justin had done a couple of them with Taiketo.
Okay.
And I've done a bunch of them with Vixen. So we knew what it was about and stuff. And it was just nice to do our stuff on the cruise.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I talked to Mark Kendall, Stephen Piercy, all those guys, man. They raved about it this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And of course, we saw those guys. They played great, sounded great.
Yeah. Are you a cruise type person anyways when you're not playing?
What?
Do you like cruises in general?
No.
No, really?
I've never been on one that we didn't play on.
Oh.
No, I do. I would enjoy them, but I kind of prefer like a nice hotel on a beach that doesn't move, that doesn't rock, that doesn't, but we like I like doing, nature stuff. I love going on hikes and stuff in the mountains and enjoying nature.
Yeah, I
So
get you.
cruises are great, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever go on one unless we're planning on it.
Now you're in the Southwest, correct?
No, we're in Chicago.
Oh, you are? Okay. Why did I think you were down? Okay, I was going to say, yeah. So not much nature in Chicago, it seems like.
Well, there are nature preserves and there's, state parks and stuff. So yeah, it's not like where I grew up in Montana,
Hmm.
but yeah, we make the best of it. We find stuff to do
S-
outside.
Speaking of growing up, you're the Wikipedia, and I don't like to really go on the Wikipedia too much, but there's two dates for your birthday. It says March 17th and March 21st or
I
something.
know, I don't know what's wrong with whoever keeps doing that. It's March 17th.
Oh, okay. So you're a
Yeah,
Pisces like me. I'm March 10th.
there you go, Pisces.
Yeah. They always celebrate your birthday a lot harder than mine, though.
They do. Everything's green and lots of beer is flowing.
Yeah. And you go down to this shit. You go into Chicago for that at all or no?
Well, we haven't because we moved here right before the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
So we really haven't had a chance to, but yeah, we probably will. They dye the river green and they totally do up my birthday. So yeah, we'll have to go into the city next year.
So what kind of plans you got for the rest of this year? Going to be out there touring, hitting the tour trail? What's happening?
We are. We have some dates booked. And they're all really good ones. We start here in Chicago at home with opening for Queensryche,
Oh, cool.
and that's on the 24th. And then from there we have some acoustic shows, a couple of festival dates, a few clubs, things like that. We're really looking forward to cranking out these new songs.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we'll probably have about 10 dates. Not a lot, but about 10 from now until the end of the year. And then next year, they're working on getting us back to Australia. We did that right before the pandemic and it was amazing. So we want to go back there. So we're looking at that for next year. And then we'll see what else shows up.
Yeah. Well, the new record is out right now. It's called No Strings. It drops today. I was going to say No Strings. It's kind of like you're master of puppets, but not really.
Not really master of the non-puppets.
But yeah, with the Metallica boys, did you guys ever tour with them back in the day or no?
Metallica?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, actually, you know what? I've never met any of them.
Oh, okay.
Would love to, but it's never happened. It's one of the few bands where it's like, yeah, I've never even met any of them.
Hmm. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, when they come through the area, you should go see them. What a show that is. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, we probably will. We not only like playing shows, but we like going to see people. So it's funny because we have a bunch of those planned for the summer too. People who are coming here, like, believe it or not, this is crazy. I've never seen Ann Wilson.
Oh, wow.
What is wrong with me? So anyway, she's coming around here. We're going to go see her. We're going to go see, it's my favorite singer summer. And then we're going to go see Lou Graham. He's playing around here too. So yeah, we got plans to play some shows and go to some shows.
Have you ever met Ann Wilson or no?
No, I've met other members of Heart, like many other members of Heart. Never met the two girls.
Are you gonna get a chance to go say hi to her?
I don't know. We'll try.
Yeah.
See if she's receiving visitors.
What other singers would you want to go see?
Oh my God. So many. Well, I'm trying to think band wise. I mean, I've never seen Hailstorm. Love Lizzie Hale. Would love to see them.
Hmm?
I want to see Plush.
Great band, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see. I've never seen Shinedown. Love him.
Really?
Yeah, never seen. Love his voice. There's a lot that I haven't seen that I need to, but we're kind of limited to who's around here because I'm not up for traveling unless we're playing. So yeah, we'll see who else comes through. But I've seen so many bands on the cruises, at festivals, especially bands from our genre. I've seen everybody pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few left I haven't seen.
Like who?
Well, there's some new ones, like Eclipse was on the cruise and somehow they played twice and we missed them both times. Terrible. That's one that does, similar music. They're current, but they do the same type of music we do. I'd like to see them. I'm trying to think of who else I didn't see. I've never seen Cinderella.
Really? One of my favorite bands. Love those.
I know. What is wrong with me?
And Tom
They
Kiefer's
were
so
on-
good.
It was another thing. They were on one of the cruises, and somehow I missed them. I can't remember who was playing at the same time, but it was someone else I had never seen. I think I had seen them. I don't know. Somehow I missed Cinderella. So I'd like to say I've seen Tom Kiefer.
Okay,
his
well,
solo stuff,
yeah.
which is great, but I have not seen actual Cinderella.
Well, now with Jeff LeBar being gone, I don't know if they're gonna. Who knows what's gonna happen with that
I
project.
know. But at least Tom's still out there doing stuff, and he's awesome.
Fantastic, yeah. Well, No Strings is out right now, Janet. Always great to see you. We'll give this a good plug, and we'll see you next time you come through the Motor City.
Awesome. Hopefully we'll be there soon. Thanks, Meltdown.
All right.